Hey YouTube, it's your favorite mega church cult survivor, Leah Lauder, and I'm back. I'm trying to be more consistent. Guys, I don't know what goes on with my laptop when I come on here. It's like, would you let me be great with the hairstyle? But it's like it just doesn't want me to. But anyway, I've got to stay focused. So today, what I want to talk about is celibacy and intimacy, lack of intimacy in marriages in church cults. Okay, I'm gonna go live on Instagram. I'm also live on TikTok right now. So let's get on Insta. Good to me. Now would you please swing my way? Shorty, swing my way. Bring it over here, shorty. So it's your favorite mega church cult survivor, Leah Lauder, in the car each and every time. Call me Miss Consistency Chair. Do you know what I'm saying? Just on here being consistent. I don't know why this looks lopsided on YouTube. All right, there we go. Okay, we hear whatever. So welcome, guys. Oh, someone's calling me, but I can't answer right now. So I spent 18 years in a mega church cult. YouTube, let me know if you can hear me on here, please. I spent 18 years in a mega church cult, and I came to the realization during the pandemic. Welcome, YouTube, Instagram, that I was in a cult, and since then I've just been exposing them online. Anyway, one of the topics that I've been thinking about, Christ first in the cult, because as you know, I was this because the women are so EVIL in there, they're so bitter, you know, there's a lot of like projection, and we were having conversations on the live. And a lot of survivors were saying, Leah, why do you think it is that the women are so EVIL in there? And obviously, I say things, you know, I'm lit. My personality is lit. Like I could have been a comedian in another life, child. You know? The survivors have been gassing me up because I always thought I was funny, but the survivors have gassed me up to another level, yeah. But it is very serious. Like when I'm saying, like these people are not getting their backs blown up because in marriages, yeah, in these church cults, the way that they sell it to people is that you're not getting married for love. You're not getting married for happiness. You are getting married to choose a kingdom spouse. So everything in the church cult is about selling yourself, selling your marriage. Helena in the car, everything is about selling. Yeah. If you want to learn how to sell, then you gonna go to one of these mega church cults. They gonna teach you how to do business, baby. Do you get what I'm saying to you in the cut chair? Yeah. So the marriages are a selling point. Oh, hey, Shireen. Yeah, this is a backup, girl. This is a backup. Just put in Leah Lauder and follow me up everywhere. Marriages are a huge selling point in mega church cults. Do you get it? It's their bread and butter. And the way that they recruit a lot of young people, especially how they keep the girls patterned in the environment, is that because they have the control and the say-so on who marries who. Then they bring in a transcendent belief system, which can be seen as scriptural. The woman has to be found. But again, with cults, it's very subtle. They overemphasize on it. Yes, we know a woman needs to be found. But all the women that I have seen getting married in that church cult have sold themselves, have been a pick-me-shot, have been a Barbara the Builder, you know, just been doing the most, cooking for them, doing everything to be picked. And another thing that these women do, which makes it so dangerous in these spaces, is they will do the ministry to get the man. Guys, I really need you to like up the live today because it's very important, guys. It's very, very important. If the live goes on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, Leah Lauder 777, and I'm on YouTube, Leah Lauder 77. I will not be coming on TikTok. I might come on one of the other accounts to let you know when I'm on Instagram and YouTube to get the people on chat. Karis is a cult. Anything I say to do with my cult, first love, must see, whatever. When I talk about my cult, I'm talking about Karis. When I'm talking about Dagwood Mills, I'm talking about David Antry. Listen, the Karis survivors are my cousins. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the Karis survivor are my cousins. We family outside of these streets, yeah. There has never been a Karis survivor that I have met since I started doing up this, where we haven't felt related. And I'm like, girl, this is mad. Like, why do I feel like I'm related to you in some nuts way? They do up a lot of spiritual dark practices in their chair. And they talk a lot about family, this family. David Antry is the bottom B of my cult leader chair. Hey, Fell Fox. Yeah. So Karis, I would say stay away, especially from the Chatham branch, because the Chatham guys are active. One Karis girl approached me years ago, and I'm just recovering from her. Woo! I believe that. Do you know why? Oh, Ines, you're so hot on it, man. Yeah. Oh, God. Do you know what, Ines? Thanks for just being you, babe. I appreciate you every time you come on. No pressure. You see, okay, so Charis evangelism, aka recruiting, is very aggressive. Love you too. Okay, they get it from the doctrine from my, so do you see when I talk about my cult leader, I speak about Charis. The reason Charis wear yellow jumpers is because First Love wear red jumpers. The reason Charis do up the harassment, they'll be coming to your dorm unannounced. The reason Charis is in universities is because David Antry copies everything my cult leader does. So the doctrine, which is the foundation of that behavior, is called a doctrine called a false doctrine called anakazo. It's a Greek word. Miss CHM in the cut, Helena in the cut. What you'll find with these cult leaders is that they have weird obsessions because they're hyper religious. So, for example, David Antry is obsessed with, I think it's Latin, and then there's Greek in there because my cult leader is obsessed with Greek and the Greek language, because there's different translations. And then, but when your girl was in the church cult, she was looking at Aramaic. That's what she was doing up because that was the language of Christ. That's what I was doing up when I was in there. So, if they want to try me with translations and Dake's Bible and John MacArthur's Bible and cross translations and this, that, and the third, we can go, baby, any time of the week, any day. Because whilst those girls were in there in the banana bowl and swimming in the ocean of Mandem, your girl was on her face prostrate crying out to God and looking up Aramaic, because I was celibate for 7 years. Yes, seven. So a lot of the gal them that started to come to church yesterday, they spent more time getting their backs blown out than being a born again Christian. My season of being celibate for 7 years is a longer time than they've spent in the church. But because I've left, because I was ABUSED and I'm exposing the churches, people want to have my name in their mouth when they've been born again for all of 5 minutes, and I can see that they're in a church cult and they are already severely indoctrinated because of the hyper religiosity. I literally called everyone I brought because of outreach and apologize. Yeah, I get that, babe. Like up the live, guys. Ines, do you think I should restart? I get that, babe. Do you know why? Because when I left, I was calling up people to just say, I'm sorry if I ever did anything, that upset you, or, you experienced trauma. Because when you're in them leadership positions. All right, I'm going to restart the live, guys. I'm going to restart the live on TikTok. I might be back on this account or I might be on a different account. So check the video. I'm going to restart on TikTok because it just felt a little bit, I didn't get any tutorials, but I just wanted to restart on TikTok because I need to be staying on and then coming off a lot more. It's deep in these streets, man. All right. So what was I talking about? All right. So I'm going to get back to the original point that I was talking about the celibacy in marriage. I think originally I was saying that, we were questioning why are these women so EVIL. And the thing is, guys, they will do the antithesis in these church cult settings. So you have to kind of take what they say and flip it around, because usually they tell on themselves. Does that make sense? So the reason why they can't talk about intimacy, there's no discussion of it in these church cults, it's because there's no intimacy in the marriages. Do you understand what I'm saying? They're in celibate marriages. These are the connections that they're in, celibate marriages. They are not in romantic connections. That's not what they're doing up in there. So that's why they don't talk about romance. It's almost like, and another thing that I've noticed as well with these mega church cult settings, what they do is they manipulate you and they indoctrinate you to see intimacy as lust. That's what they do up. They because remember, it's not preaching. Whenever they're there, it's indoctrination. It's their ideology. It's their ideological perspective. That's what it is. So because there's no intimacy in their marriages, they're not happy. I don't have I'm not accepting. Who are you? Can you let me know who you are in the chat? Are you a survivor? There's no intimacy in the marriages. So as a way to almost like cope, it's like I think it's like a coping mechanism as well that these religious men have, where they demonize intimacy. They demonize the act itself, and it's all about sin when they talk about it. It's either with these church cults, it's either when they talk about intimacy, it's perverse and inappropriate for a church setting, and that's a major red flag. And then they'll say things like before you came to the church, you like to blow out a lot of backs. You are going to, it's just like they're just saying inappropriate things. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's kids in the service, this, that, and the third. So it's two extremes. It's either they're talking about sin or they're talking about it as, the Jezebels, or they're talking about it like demonizing it, this, that, and the third. Because with cults, it's black and white. Also, they're in very unhappy marriages. Majority of the marriages in these mega church cult spaces. Sorry, guys, I haven't been too well. Majority of the marriages in these church cults are celibate marriages. Okay. I was married for almost 10 years in there, so I know what I'm talking about. I'm muted. No, you're joking. That whole thing didn't record. All right, let me restart the laptop. Do you know what? That's really, really, really peed me off that whole time. I've got it on Instagram.